Before entering the lab, we should make sure we have the appropriate lab attire on. When in the lab, we must always wear goggles, closed-toed shoes, make sure our torso is covered, and pants that cover the ankle. And girls should always wear their hair in a ponytail if it is long. For diluting the solution, we will need a volumetric flask, stock solution, distilled water, a Moore pipette, a transfer pipette, and a bulb for the Moore pipette, and 2 beakers. The stock solution is a 20% concentration sugar solution. My dilution is a result from adding distilled water to the stock solution. The Moore pipette and bulb to pull up the stock solution, making sure not to get any of the solution into the bulb. Remove the bulb and place your finger over the top and hold the solution in the pipette. Look at the pipette and find the bottom of the meniscus. The meniscus is a curve caused by the water molecule sticking to the side of the glass. We read the volume at the bottom of the meniscus. My initial volume was 4.6 milliliters. Now you will remove your thumb and empty an amount of the stock solution from the pipette to the volumetric flask. After a few seconds, place your thumb back on top of the pipette before all of the solution runs out. Again, we will read the volume at the meniscus and record the final volume. My final volume was 8.8 milliliters. Now we will use the transfer pipette to fill the volumetric flask to the line with distilled water, making sure the meniscus is exactly on the line. The volumetric flask I used today holds 10 milliliters. To find the concentration of the diluted solution, we will use the formula C1V1 equals C2V2. 20% will always be our C1, due to this being our concentration of our stock solution. My V1 will be the volume of stock solution delivered, which is 4.2 milliliters. The C2 is my unknown, and the V2 is the volume of the dilution solution, which will always be the same due to the amount our volumetric flask will hold. In this case, 10 milliliters. We will set up the equation and solve for x, and the answer will be a percent due to it being a concentration of the solution. My dilution solution concentration was 8.4%. Now that we have finished our dilution and have written down all of our data in our notebooks, we can now pour our dilutions into the sink and return all supplies to their designated locations in the lab after they are cleaned and dried.